Of course, it is Dubai Duty Free Irish Day, and we are delighted to be here at the Curb. But there is one story dominating the headlines today involving Frankie Dettori and John and Thady Gosden. If you're a racing fan, you'll be well aware that they have decided on a sabbatical. One party perhaps more so than the others, but I'm interested to get the panel's thoughts on this. First of all, I'll start with you, Jane. A bit of a surprise, given, I guess, the long-standing and very successful partnership that they've had over the last 5 years.
Maybe a surprise if you said this time last year that they would be taking a sabbatical this time this year, but after the last 2 or 3 weeks that they've had, there's been a little bit of friction. They've both been fairly open about what they felt at Ascot, and I think a lot of people saw it coming, if I'm honest.
Yeah, and look, I guess particularly open the comments from John Gosden after Stradivarius was beaten at Ascot. And Ruby, I said to you earlier on, it's unusual to see that, because normally between trainer and jockey, your association with Willie and with Paul Nicholls as well, over the course of many relationships, you just don't hear public comments like John Gosden gave after the race.
No, when you're on a team together, look, you win together, you lose together, and you take the blame together, and usually that's what happens in associations like that. So no one tends to point the finger at the other one, because everyone can make mistakes. A jockey makes it today, a trainer can make it tomorrow, so you tend to carry the can together. But this has been coming for a while. I mean, John Gosden last year on Champions Day, after Baid beat Palace Pier, he wasn't overly happy with Frankie that day, and that was the start of it, I think, in my eyes. But look, it boils down to the same in every sporting world. There is nobody irreplaceable.
No.
And, you know, you have to try and mind your job and look after your job, and that's just what happens.
And look, we know Frankie's a character right off the racetrack as much as he is on it. He's not riding as much as he used to, and that's, I guess, the stage of life that he's in now. He's 52 years of age. I wonder as well, has Thady Gosden, who's been kind of primed to take over, has he probably come in and said, look, I want to put my stamp on this, and maybe if things are a little bit sour now, maybe this is the time to cut ties?
Yeah, potentially. Look, I don't know if it was all that well handled, the way things developed in the last week, but John Gosden's got a business to run. He obviously doesn't think that Frankie is the man for his business to bring it forward at this point in time. It's very sad the way it's ended. I think it's been badly dealt with, particularly by John Gosden, coming out publicly and through the week, not putting Frankie up on Thursday, saying nothing to him.
Yeah.
And then a statement yesterday, sabbatical. Just come out and say it, lads, will you?
Sabbatical, yeah. I mean, sabbatical means he's gone.
There's two ways about that too, Fran. Two wrongs never made a right.
Yeah.
And I was always taught, you the same, and you, Jane, when you make a mistake, come in and put your hands up.
Yeah.
Carry the can, take the blame.
Yeah.
You know, Frankie could have done that last Thursday in Ascot too.
Yeah, and I put my hands up every day with all the mistakes I make. But sure, look, anyway, I think he'll be all right. I had a winner for Ralph Beckett today over in the UK. One ride at Newmarket, and he won on the race. So I think he'll be okay. We're not too worried about his future.
That's the best way to answer your critics anyway.